Let's go. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? So this is I'm gonna do a mukbang first. Yeah, I'm gonna do a mukbang first, and then I just realized I did a review and somebody liked it. Okay, cool. That's right. Yeah. Okay. What's up, guys? So welcome to the channel. Okay. It is 8:59, so pretty much 9 o'clock, Tuesday, April 23rd. So I'm gonna start off with doing a mukbang, and then I'm gonna do a reading. This is a unlisted live stream. So I got some pizza today from Little Caesars, which is very popular or whatever out here on the West Coast, aka the Blessed Coast. Okay. Um, and then I have some sunari, which is a peach. This is a Korean flavored soju, so malt beverage. Okay, it is the bomb. All right, very very nice. They look like they changed the logo, but these are one of my favorite drinks. All right, these are malt beverage. Okay, this is peach. So this one tastes really really good. Mm. Yes, honey. The flavor is the bomb. So, anyways, I want to talk about something right quick. I don't know. Me leaving on a Tuesday is just ridiculous. Mm. Child, me leaving on a Tuesday. I hate traveling, but I just had to. My money had kicked in, so I was like, okay, I need to go to the store, or let me at least go to the smoke shop. Put some gas in my car. Da 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 da. Right? Because let me just do that. I didn't feel like cooking, so I was like, I'm gonna bring some pizza back, put some gas in my car, go to the weed shop, right? Da da da. So I can't stand going on a Tuesday because people be driving so stupid, right? I didn't even leave my motherfucking. I just barely left out of the parking structure, and I'm getting ready to make my first turn and go out on the street and going by my way. This person, I had got to the stop, in the residential area. I got to the stop sign before this other motherfucker got to the stop sign. So I'm getting ready to turn because she already stopped anyway. So as I'm getting ready to turn, this bitch want to hurry up and go. And then I'm just like, and so I hurry up and I continue to do my turn. Bitch, you already see I'm about to turn. You already stopped. I've been stopped ahead of you. So I'm getting ready to turn left. Just let me fucking turn left. Bitch, wasn't nobody behind you. Wasn't nobody behind me. Like, what the fuck? Girl, la la la. So once she sees I'm about to finish my turn, she want to hurry up and come up. And I'm just looking at her like, bitch. And I heard I make my turn really fast. I'm like, damn, I just barely left the house. Why is everybody trying to hit my car? What's going on? So anyhow, then I get ready and I turn. It seemed like everywhere I went, somebody was cutting me off on the road. A bicyclist jumped right in front of me just when I was getting back home. And then somebody was parking in the middle of the street, right? So I go get fixing to go around them because they parked in the middle of the street. They got the door open, everything, right? You see my lights. You see that I'm about to pass you because you already busy unloading shit or whatever like that. You see, this is the shit that get on my nerves. You see me coming behind you to move around you. But as soon as I'm getting ready to move around you, all of a sudden you want to hurry up and rush in front of me. What the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers? Like, so when they did that, I'm like, and they car going like this towards us. I'm like, and then they stopped, and then I went ahead. And this is when I just got back to my apartment, getting ready to go into the parking structure. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers? I don't... How? I just... Oh my God. This is why I don't really leave the house on Tuesday. This is exactly the fuck. Why? Y'all are annoying. But anyway, once they did that, I was like, you know what, let me just go home. Cause I was gonna go to the store because my daughter wanted ice cream, whatever. I said, never mind. I don't even want to fucking deal with it. I'm good. This happened just when I get to my house. And then a bicyclist, just before I made that turn to go into my parking structure, a bicyclist already see I'm about to go past, and he hurry up and jump in front of me and go past with his bike. If I wasn't paying attention, I would have hit his fucking ass. Ridiculous. Like people, it was like people were trying to throw themselves in front of my car. It was ridiculous. So ridiculous. So much microaggression, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Is microaggression. I had it down on too when I was getting out of my car and coming up the stairs to the elevator. And microaggression isn't just a thing that's based off of race. Because I know a lot of black folks be saying, oh, you know, non-blacks and whites, they be very microaggressive and da-da-da-da. But nobody really talks about how black people are microaggressive with each other. Specifically, black women are microaggressive with other black women. Yeah, I got that today. I get that all the time. I feel like microaggression isn't always race-based. I think microaggression is based off of energy. It's energy-based. Okay? And people are being microaggressive or passive-aggressive. It's based off of energy. It can be based off your appearance, but I also feel like it's based off your energy for the most part, right? So, I'll give you an example. So, you know, today's Tuesday. People are just going to be extra microaggressive. I notice it's more, people are more chaotic in the mind. People drive a little bit more aggressive on Tuesdays. Like, I'm knowing this already. So, anyway, the traffic wasn't bad though. Anywho, I'm going to a liquor store. Going to go buy me another one of these. I like these right here. These ones last a long time. They got 2 different settings. Or whatever. I like my little vape, aka pacifier. Okay. So I'm gonna go buy me one of these and then get me a Sunari because I haven't had these in a while. So let me get a Sunari. So anyway, I go to the store. I go to the liquor store, right? And I noticed they blocked a certain part off of the liquor store. Like, I guess because people are doing like, my guess is people are doing like, what do they call it? Smash and grabs or grab and runs or whatever, where people just act like they're looking for some drinks and then they run out. So they put a little barrier. They put like these little plastic crates with soda, you know, when they order soda and stuff, right? So they had blocked that way. So I was like, oh, okay, they probably blocked that way because somebody must have been like grabbing stuff and running out. Okay. So anyway, I walked through the other aisle, DTD. These people know me. I always go or whatever. So I go, and then there's these 2 black ladies or whatever. They already standing in the way, like standing, not in my way, I'm not trying to say it like that, but they already standing in the way of like where I wanted to go, like the glass thingy, like the glass, you know, the glass thing where you go and you get your drinks out of and stuff. They was there. So I said, okay. I go to the other aisle and grab some chips for my daughter. And then I'll come back around. So I came back around, and I guess they were kind of like indecisive about what they wanted to buy. I guess they were indecisive about what they wanted to get. or whatever. So I was like, me just being friendly, like, I just be talking to people everywhere I go. Sometimes I stay to myself, sometimes I don't. And I'm gonna give you another example too. And this is I'm mainly talking about this because Black women are very microaggressive towards other Black women. Like but I do think that the microaggression that they have towards other Black women is based off of energy. It's based off of perceivable desirability, but mainly energy, right? So anyway, I go to where they was at, collect. They was fixed to walk away, and I said, hey. She said, hey. I said, hi, and I said, have you guys tried these drinks right here? I suggested this to them. So I was like, y'all try this right here. It's real good or whatever. It's a Korean malt beverage. It's good. You know what I'm saying? It's like 12%. You can see the 12% label right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys can't see it, but it's 12% alcohol, right? So I said, yeah, this is a cool little drink or whatever like that. And the girl was like, okay, we'll try. So yeah, go ahead and try it. Y'all ain't going. She's like, what's your favorite flavor? I said, I usually get the peach or whatever. Now, mind you, these are $6, right? These are $6. All right. You can honestly go to a actual grocery store and get you a $6 bottle of wine. You know what I'm saying? But this right here is more of a higher quality. Okay. So I was just like, yeah, just making conversation, whatever. Yeah, I was like, yeah, go ahead and try it, whatever. That was my way so they can get the fuck out the way and I get what I need to get. You know what I'm saying? So I killed two birds with one stone. So then, like, okay, she's like, yeah, okay, we'll try it or whatever. Are you sure it's good? I was like, yeah, it's real good. I said, I get the peach one, but they have all different type of flavors or whatever. It's sweet. It's really nice, and it give you a little buzz, whatever, right? So then I walk away, and when I walked away, she was like, all right, this better be good. Shit, if this ain't good, I'm gonna come find you or some shit she was saying. But she said it after I walked away. And I was thinking to myself, okay, bitch, and if you find me, what you gonna do? Like, what the fuck is you gonna do? Don't let these fucking glasses fool you. Don't let the fact that I'm a laid back person and when I come into a dwelling, I come in peace. Don't let that shit fucking fool you, okay? Because I'll fuck you and your fucking friend up. Okay? I will fuck both of you guys up. All right, and I'm not even trying to be, you know what I'm saying, like that, you know what I'm saying? But girl, it was the way how she said it though. Like, well, I'm gonna come fight. She didn't say it in a playful kind of way, but she kind of said it in like a microaggressive type of way, right? I'm gonna come find you if it ain't like that. I'm gonna come look for you, something. And I started laughing. I'm like, is that a threat? Is that a threat? Oh my God, like that. And then she started laughing too because she figures she sounds silly as fuck, which she does sound silly. Like, girl, it's $6. You gonna look for me over a $6 drink? And what the fuck you gonna do when you find me? Because you're not gonna do one fuck. Like, you said that after I fucking walked away, bitch. What are you talking about? Like, you said that after I walked away. You didn't say that in my face. You waited till I walked away and you thought I didn't hear you. I heard you. So I said, is that a threat? Is that a threat? And then she started laughing too because she knew it was silly or whatever. I was like, damn, whatever, right? I guess she was skeptical. I guess she one of those people like that don't like to try new things, you know, or whatever. You know, her, she probably used to Casamigos and Hennessy and Champagne and Night Train, all that ghetto shit. Right? You know, everybody got their preference, right? So anyway, then when she get up to the register, one guy is working on me. I pretty much done, but he wanted me to open this up and try it first because sometimes when you buy a vape, it don't work. So this store, at least they care. You know, this store will have you open it up and try it in front of them to make sure it works. Try it in front of them first. So if it don't work, they just give you another one for free. You know? So while I'm doing that, she come up or whatever. She don't have the same energy that she said when I walk away. So the guy, she started asking the other guy that's working the other register. She was like, yeah, is this good? He was like, yeah, the Korean drinks. These are good, whatever like that. Cause they know I always buy them when they do see me. And he was like, yeah, anything the Koreans make be bomb shit, it'd be good. And I was like, exactly. Because, for a Black woman, it takes a person with a dick. It takes a male to tell them something for them to be like, okay, I guess you're right. But if I say something with my coochie having black ass, if I say something to you, you're going to be skeptical. You're not going to trust me. I'm just telling you the microaggressions that black women have against other black women. They will be this way. They won't believe you. But if a man comes there and say, oh, yeah, 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 and co-sign what I say, okay. So when the guy co-signed and said, oh, yeah, the Korean drink is good. Anything they make is good. And it's bomb, da da da. And I was like, yeah, see, exactly. And that's when she finally accepted. She's like, all right, yeah, let me get to it. Bitch. Anyways, so I was just like, and I just left. I made sure I made sure this was working, and then I left. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with these bitches? And then yesterday, I went to the store, right? And I'm in the register. Sometimes you have small talk with people in the register. Like I said, when I go out, I'd be having a little small talk with people. Whatever, because I don't interact with much people, so I interact with strangers. Or whatever. This another black lady too. So she was talking to the other black girl, and this black girl, she pulled out a WIC card. I didn't even know that WIC has debit cards now. They got loadable cards, just like an H.P.I.C card. I guess the WIC program for the mothers at this time, they have a set of papers. Because I remember, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, transparency. I used to be on WIC with my first daughter. This was back in the early 2010s. So I don't know when they came up with this little card, because it's been such a long time. My daughter's a teenager now, so. But at the time when I was pregnant, which was 2000, I was pregnant in 2010. They didn't have a card. They gave us Vibechecks, right? And you would get, for those who don't know what WIC is, it's basically Women, Infants, and Children program. And you write down the I mean, it's checks, it's Vibechecks, and it's basically a program for women who are pregnant and have young kids. You can be on WIC, from my understanding, when I was on it, you could be on WIC from pregnancy all the way until your child is 5. Okay. I forgot how often they used to give it, because so long ago, but I remember I would go to my appointment, and I would go to the WIC office, and they would give me my checks. I'd answer a little questionnaire or some bullshit or whatever. They would offer me like cooking classes, all kind of little shit, and then they give me my checks. And then the checks that you would get from WIC would be like for milk, for like fresh milk, for formula, if your baby was taking formula, um, and then you'll have it for like cereal, what is it? Cereal, eggs, cheese, like basically dairy. So you get cereal, eggs, milk, cheese, and then you get rice and beans, and I think canned vegetable, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can get fruit. Yeah, you can get produce too. You would get one for produce. So you get one for like fruits and veggies, like fresh fruits and veggies. You can have it. It could be frozen form. It could be canned form. It could be fresh. You can get milk. You can get eggs. You can get cheese. You can get cereal. All that stuff. So that shit used to save the motherfucking day. Okay, when I didn't have no food, or I ran out of food stamps, I go lie, y'all. I'm being transparent. That WIC checks used to save the fucking day. And we would just eat, rice and beans, or we would just eat. Did I get oatmeal and cream of wheat off of WIC? I don't. I think because that counts as cereal too. Yeah, you can get hot cereal, cold cereal, and you get fruits and stuff. So it kind of encouraged you to eat healthy. So when we didn't have nothing to eat, we would go. I would go to WIC and I would get those things, and we would just eat cereal, eat fruit, eggs, da da da. So, anyways, that's the WIC program. In case for those who aren't familiar. So I guess, okay, so there was this lady, okay, there was this black lady, and there was another younger black woman, and she pulled out the WIC card, and the girl was like, oh, and the black lady, she was like, oh, they got the WIC cards now, and I looked. She said, oh, something. I said, oh wow, that's very convenient. And at first she was reacting to me like, yeah, exactly. She like, she talking to the other girl, but she like, yeah, exactly like that. Um, but then when the girl walked off and I had said something again, she just looked at me. She's like you play like you was cool with me when it was the other black girl here and we having a little moment talking about the WIC stuff. I was like, yeah, I used to be on WIC too, and we used to have the checks. Me and the other girl, we talking. Me and the other dark skin girl. This was a light skinned woman that gave me that look, of course, right? So, anyways, the dark skin chick, she was like, yeah, I used to, I said, yeah, I used to be on there too. She said, yeah, me too. We used to get the checks and whatever like that. So yeah, this is a lot more better. I said, yeah, it is a more better. It's more convenient for the moms because they don't have to go to the WIC office. So that's less people going to the office or whatever, unless they're signing people up. So it's less people to be in the office. They just load your card up, You know what I'm saying? Maybe during the pandemic, they probably decided to do that, I guess. I don't know. Somebody can fact check me on that. Maybe since the pandemic, they couldn't have people coming to the WIC office. So maybe they gave them debit cards and then they probably switched over to debit cards around that time and then they just kind of like kept it like that. That's just my guess. And maybe they did like Zoom interviews or phone interviews with the mothers. So anyway, so I'm saying something like that, and then the light skinned older black lady, she talking to the younger dark skinned girl, and they talking or whatever, and then we were just talking about how WIC used to be back in the day for us, how different it is, now compared to back then, and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, them WIC stuff used to save the day. And then the older light skinned black lady, she gonna look at me like, and I was like, man, okay. So anyway, I was like, wow, like I just don't get that. Well, I was like, that was weird. After that, I said, okay, that's enough. That's enough of me being social. Like, okay, I'm done being social with you bitches. Okay. The other lady, she was cool, but I was like, damn. As soon as that other black lady, the darker skinned younger black girl, as soon as she walked off, it was like her shit immediately changed. So it's kind of like it's an energy thing. The microaggression thing is an energy thing because kind of like you ain't me, you ain't one of us, like you ain't me type shit. Like it's kind of like that. It's an energy thing because kind of like, okay, she's more of my energy than this one over here. I'm this one, right? She was playing cordial. She was playing cordial until that girl walked off, and then she was like, to me, right? So I was just like, never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing. So anyway, I think the dude at the cash register, I kind of shared a little look when he was a cute little Hispanic boy. I shared a look with him before I even got on the register. He kind of was already staring at me. Anyway, I've been catching people doing that too. That's another thing. I'm gonna talk about that later. So I ended up coming to his line. That's what happened. So I think he kind of noticed that too. So anyway, he started making a small conversation with me to kind of distract me. Cause I was just looking at her like, bitch, what's your problem? Like, oh well, you want to have a nasty attitude? Have a fucking nasty attitude. Because if I was a nigga butting in y'all conversation with two black women, y'all would have been smiling ear to ear. Oh yes, king. With your mammy ass. I can tell you a mammy. Then I started looking at her like this. And I see an ID. She work at the post office. I said, oh, that's why. You know them black bitches at the post office, they got nasty ass attitudes. Yeah, I said it. Not all y'all, but a lot of y'all do. Y'all, especially out here in LA. The bus driver black bitches, the black bitches at the motherfucking there's black women and then there's black bitches. You feel me? The black bitches that be working for public transportation, the black bitches who are CNAs, the black bitches who be fucking at the post office, they be having nasty ass fucking attitudes. And they mainly have attitudes towards other black women. When it comes to other people, other races, they don't do all that. When it comes to black men, they don't do all that. But if you're a black woman, their age or younger, they will size you up or act like they can't help you with certain shit. Okay. Anyway, so the Hispanic dude, he started talking to me or whatever. I'm like looking at her like, bitch, please. So me and him started talking or whatever, like that. And he kind of broke up that energy, you know? And he was nice. Of course, he gonna be nice. Because he don't have nothing against me. You see? He's a man, and he's not black, so he don't have nothing against me. So, me and him was cool, man. I was like, all right, have a good day. He thought that what I was buying was actually some strawberry, I think it's like a strawberry lemonade type of wine that I bought that day. And he thought it was something. I forgot what he thought. I was like, oh no, this is wine. This ain't liquor. This is wine, honey. I don't do all that. Now I have anything against liquor, but I don't have it as often. Now, if I go out to a club or if I happen to go out, pop out, I may be adventurous and probably get a Red Bull and Hennessy or something, or a Hennessy and ginger ale, something like that, a rum and coke. I guess something like that, but I don't be on liquor like that. But I am known to have some whiskey. I will buy a big ass bottle of like hold on, my light's crazy. I had a big ass bottle of like Canadian whiskey, like Canadian mist or something like that. Um and I usually will drink some, and then I of course will save some or share. Basically, I'll buy a bottle of like a whiskey, and I'll drink some, and then I'll pour it in my ancestor altar because spirits they love whiskey, and certain deities love whiskey too. So yeah, I get whiskey every now and then. I like whiskey and water. That's my thing right there. But I don't drink whiskey as often as I'd like to. But anyways, whiskey is actually a very healthy liquor. Out of all the liquors, whiskey is healthy. It's healthy for you. So anyway, yeah, microaggressions, y'all. That shit is like weird, but I do think it's based off of energy. When you have a certain energy about yourself, it'll make people be nice to you, but they'll be fake nice to you up to a certain point, right? I'm social with people because I'm happy. I'm not an angry bird, bitch. I don't walk around being mean and rude and passive aggressive to people all the time. Like I'm just not on that. What is wrong with this light? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a what you consider like a mean girl, or like I don't walk around with a chip on my shoulder is what I'm trying to say. Even if I'm going through something, I don't take it out on people. I don't walk around like that. So when I go outside, I'm very cheerful. I'm to myself, but I'm also cheerful. If somebody smiles at me or say hello, I say hello back. I don't let my personal feelings, my trauma, my past feelings for certain or whatever experience I have with certain demographics, I give everybody a chance on a case by case basis. I could say that anytime I'm around people with blue shirts, they do this and that. But if a person with a blue shirt is cool, if they cool, I'm cool. I don't really care like that, right? So I don't put like personal biases, or I don't consider myself to be like prejudiced or have any internal prejudice within myself. None of that stuff. Like I treat everybody pretty much the same. Now I also wanted to throw in too, I said I was gonna talk about it later, but fuck it, I'll talk about it now. Because I don't know about you guys, but after the eclipse, right? I don't know if you guys noticed that, like after the eclipse, it was like this weird, like sexual, sensual energy that was coming out of, I don't know. But anyways, I was going to that same store, and like there was this Latino dude was walking with his girlfriend. You could tell when niggas be walking like a couple of paces behind a girl, they doing that so they could stare at other women. So if you walking with your dude and you notice he walking slow, it's because he's fucking gawking at other bitches, okay? She didn't even know. She walked into the store and he took his time. And I could see like my peripherals real good. My peripherals like A1, you know what I'm saying? So I saw him kind of stare. I'm getting a card. I saw him kind of like staring or whatever. And I had on what I had on today. I just had on my little blue romper thingy or whatever, and I had a jacket over it. And so he walked slow behind his girl. His girl already walking the store, and he just like he spotted me. I was just like that. These dudes is crazy. These dudes is crazy. They are crazy. But anyway, I was noticing that, and then I went to a spa appointment, and I had booked with a girl. I've been to this place before. I'm familiar with the place, but I don't go as often. But I had booked with a young lady, and I thought I was going to have a young lady, but then I noticed through the confirmation email, like a day before, all of a sudden, the person I'm having the appointment with is not the young lady I booked with. It ended up being the person that's the owner of the med spa, right? Hey. So, anyways, so I was just like, oh, okay, all right. I guess I'm the CEO again because it has been a while. I think I went there in 2021, 2022, something like that. Whatever. So, anyways, um, I go there and I go. It's on a Sunday. I probably like the only person, which I was. I was the only person there, and the girl told me that she was gonna be the only person there. So I was like, okay, another girl is here, and it's just us two. So, anyways, when I go, obviously she not there, and end up being the owner, which is a man. Okay, which is a man. And I was in there. I don't realize low key when I thought about it, I was like, that was low key kind of dangerous. Like, but anyways, yeah, I walked in and it was 1 p.m. around, yeah, Sunday. So it wasn't a lot of people. It was like an appointment day only. So only people that have appointment come. So when I came in, I saw the owner dude. I seen him around before or whatever. He always have women working with him and all that stuff, right? So anyway, so anyway, he was like the way how like you kind of feel like you kind of feel the sexual sensual tension, like the sexual tension. You could cut it like a fucking knife. You could just like cutting butter. And so then it's just almost like when he saw my name on the Google form because he did see me before, and it is connected to my social media. So I don't know. It was just felt weird, but. Anyway, so when he came, I was just like, oh, I said, hey, yeah, and he was like, you're my girl today, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, hmm and he's not a bad looking guy. He's really good looking, whatever. He's very very good looking. But anyway, child, he married. Okay, so anyways, um, so anyway, I go inside, and I'm just like, I didn't think nothing of it. When I look back on it, I'm like, yo, they could have did whatever to me, bro. They could have did anything, and I would have just been laying there helpless. I'm sorry, no, no, they really could have did some shit if they was really on that shit. I don't know if they just was like, yeah, let's not fuck with this one type shit. I don't know, but anyway, so anyway. The dude is a looker, okay? He look good, okay? But just because me, I'm a lith romantic, so just because somebody look good, don't mean I want he. You feel me? I don't want he. All right, just because somebody look good, I'm not like that. Okay. So anyway, he's like, yeah, you my girl today. I was like, oh, okay. So he's like, he come in and then he introduced me to another guy. So there's two guys that are bigger than me, two guys. He introduced me to his latest. He got a tattoo artist there. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like you got a whole little full service going on. You got all kind of different like cosmetic procedures and beauty procedures. Like a beauty, it's a beauty med spa. So it's like, okay, yeah, tattoo artist, that's cool. Like, and he do henna and all this good stuff. And I'm like, cool. And he do piercings. I'm like, hey, you know. So he introduced me to the guy and I was like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. Like that. So let me tell you what happened next. So then we start talking about tattoos and the owner dude, he like, oh, you got we gonna call him because he looked like Simba. So we gonna call him Big Simba. So Big Simba was like, do you have any tattoos? And I was like, yeah, I do. I was like, first I was like, he's like, okay. He's like, I already know by that. You probably got some old school ass tattoos that's probably faded or something like that. I'm like, yeah, there's something about that. Yeah. I had my first tattoo in the early 2000s, so it's like, yeah. Whatever. He was like, yeah, I got some old tattoos too. And he was like, may I? And I was like, oh, what you talking about? And he was like, is it okay? May I? Or something like that. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. And he unbuttoned his shirt and took his shirt off. Oh, so this is different from microaggression. This is like micro, I wouldn't even, microsexual aggression. It was kind of like a heat seeking type of thing. It was like micro sensual aggression. Like not even, I can't even say it's aggression. It's just kind of like, it's kind of like a little bit like a soft micro sexual suggestion. Like you got, it's like a double entendre. It's just like you got to read between the lines, and it's very ambiguous. It's very flirtatious because he just wanted, I just felt like for that energy, like nigga, you just want to take your shirt off. Like, you just want to take your shirt off, huh? You just want to do it. I ain't gonna stop you, but it's like you just want to take your goddamn shirt. You just want an excuse. Like these conversations had to been planned. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he was like, yeah. He was like, sometimes you don't mind, right? Because you already about to take it off anyway. So I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, okay. So so he buttons down and stuff because he wanted to show tattoo because he mentioned his wife at first. And I noticed when guys do that, even when guys are like flirtatious and this and that, I noticed they mention their wife because they want, like, I feel like they want to test you. Like they want to be like, oh, let me test her moral compass. Let me see if da da da. For all I know, he probably has an open marriage, and this guy's always around young gal all the time anyway. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of my business. But anyway, he was just like, he's like something, I got a tattoo of my wife. That's how he ended up trying to take his shirt off to show me his tattoo of his wife. He's like, yeah, I got a tattoo of my wife's face, this and this. He actually redid one of my tattoos for me or whatever. So that's why I brought him on. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I would have just took his word for it, like, oh, okay. Cause I already talking to the other dude, the tattoo artist. He looked good too. I was just like, nice, fine young man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his race was. I'm not sure. He could have been a Hispanic and white, or I'm not sure what his race was, but clearly he was a non-black man. And then Big Simba, he's a mixed man. He's mixed. Okay, yeah. So he takes his shirt off and then he shows me the tattoo. He shows me the tattoo and it's like right here on his left pec. Okay, and I was just like, so I was like, oh, okay. But I'm standing at a distance. Like, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that looks good. I can see her eyes right there. Yeah, you can redo it this way. You can redo it that way. Yeah, I said, where was your old tattoo? I said, yeah, you did a good job. Yeah. I'm talking to the other dude. I'm like, yeah, I was like, you really did a good job because I can't even see where the old tattoo was. Because he said he had a tattoo from like the 90s. He got one of them like hood tattoos, when niggas used to use a little ink. They used to use the that little needle part off of the cassette tape. They would take the needle part on there, and then they would use a little ink from like a pen. I don't know what this kind of shit, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like one of those like prison type, hood type of tattoos, or whatever. And he got it fixed, and it looked good. It had a picture of his wife with his wife's face on there and everything. It looked nice. His wife's really pretty, whatever. But I was just like, and he just kind of kept saying, he's like, yeah, like this. He's like, no, like, so yep, yeah, it's a nice tattoo. Yep. It's a tattoo. Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. I said, oh yeah, I would like to get my tattoo done. You did a great job. I want to get something done over my first tattoo. I got my first tattoo right here. No, right here, like a crown or whatever. And I told him about my first tattoo when I was in Baltimore. When I was in Baltimore, and I had this girl. I remember her name, Shamika Jackson. I remember her. That was the first time I actually spent a weekend in Baltimore by myself. No, not by myself. This is the first time I actually like spent a weekend outside of Job Corps and actually like spent the weekend, with the people, with the locals. Because the girl Shamika, I think her name was Shamika Jackson, but the girl Shamika, she was from Baltimore. She lived in Baltimore, and I remember she stayed on a street called Cold Spring. Right? Hey, I remember she stayed on a street called Cold Spring, and me and her, she was like, "You want to spend out with my house?" I said, "Are you sure it's cool?" Because I never been the type of person that spend out with people's house. You know what I'm saying? I was growing up Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't let us do all that. But she was like, "Girl, my family don't give a fuck, girl. Like, da da da. You gonna spend the night with me because we gonna go to a tattoo party. I want you to come with me or whatever." So I was like, oh, okay, girl, whatever. I was like, yeah, yeah, I want to get my first tattoo. She said, yeah, I'm finna, cause she already had tattoos. She had like at the time, this is the early 2000s, so it's like, everybody used to have like the little the dripping cherries. Remember the dripping cherries, the Chinese stuff. Those were all like very popular, like dripping cherries, dripping fruits. Puppy paw tattoos. Those were all popular back in the 2000s. Y'all already know. So anyway, so she was like, "Yeah, girl, my family they don't care. I live with my mama and my grandma or whatever, and you can stay up in my room, girl. And then we gonna get up early and we gonna go to the tattoo party or whatever. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be whatever. We gonna have drinks there, music, da da da, or whatever." So I was like, "Girl, let's go." So that was I was excited. 'Cause I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of like my first little sleepover." So I had to go to her. I had to go into her house. It's like a story within a story. But anyway, no, real quick. I had to go into her house and stuff, and I met her mom. Her mom was really cool. Her grandma was cool. Her grandma was so sassy. Because I think she was asking for something and she was like, no. And she was like, what's your name? I was like, Cassandra. Well, Cassandra, no. Okay. And I was like, yes, ma'am. I forgot what the fuck she was asking. She was asking for something. I don't know if she was asking for her for extra money or if we can go somewhere or I don't know. No, we were already grown, but it was something she was asking her grandma. And she was like, no. It's like, Grandma, you tripping? Why you embarrassing me in front of my friend, Grandma? She's like, I said no. And what's your name? I said, Cassandra. She's like, no, Cassandra. I'm telling you no, and I'm telling her now. And I was like, okay. I was like, damn, okay, Grandma. Okay, girl. Okay. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, so I ended up getting my tattoo now. I was so scared that I got a little tiny ass crown because I was just so fucking scared. I was so scared. I mean, it's my first tattoo. Like, I'm only fucking, what, 19, 20 years old, nigga? Like, come on. So I just got a little tiny little tattoo, but it means a lot to me because it was my first one, but I do want to get it covered. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me get back to a big Simba with his naked chest. Okay. So anyhow, so I'm like looking at him like, okay, you can put your shirt back on now. Right. So he go ahead and put his shirt back on. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then it must have been a while for me because when I was laying down, I was getting this procedure done. Oh, I have a video. It's basically the lemon bottle. If y'all have heard of lemon bottle. So I got the lemon bottle on my Buddha belly, and I got a lemon bottle right here. I think the lemon bottle is like $150, 165 tax, but a lemon bottle is supposed to be like this fat dissolving injections. Okay. So that's what I got done. So he had to prep and stuff and give me like a full service. He had to prep, like warm my stomach up. So he put this thing, it's called like a encapsulate. What do you call it? It's shaped like this, but it's a sauna. So it's like an encapsulated sauna belt, I would say, or like a sauna cave. I think he called it a sauna cave. So it's like a sauna cave, and he puts it over. He had me lay back, of course, and then he puts the thing over so that he could warm up my stomach to get ready. I guess you have to warm up the stomach area before they put in the lemon bottle injection. So before he do it, he just started rubbing my belly, but he just like doing it like. And I said, is it me? Or I just whole time I thought I was like, damn, it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know. But it was just like, I don't know. So never mind, y'all. It's like sometimes you can feel like this little sexual tensions. I just want to know, anybody after after the solar eclipse, you gotta feel like a little like not just aggressions from people, but also like a sexual kind of like type of thing with people. But it's very subtle. It's very subliminal, like, catch my drift, like that type of thing. Then he tried to hint to me about his wife. He was like, oh yeah, so what do you do? What do you like? Da, da, da. Any music you want me to play? Da, da, da. I was like, yeah, I like watching different type of videos, like cleaning hack videos, travel videos, and stuff like that. He was like, really? You like to watch people do that? I said, clean? I was like, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. You watch cleaning hack videos, and then you kind of like, And he said he watched some other type of hacks, like fixing things. I said, yeah, it's the same thing. I'm like, but when you watch cleaning hack videos, you get to find cleaning products that you never considered before, and you see how well it works for the content creator that's posting the videos, and it kind of inspires you to kind of clean too. You watch somebody clean their house. I don't know if y'all watch videos like that where somebody be like, clean my house. You want to clean my house with me? I'm about to clean my house, like that type of thing. Or like organizing hacks and come clean and organizing videos. So I was just talking to him about that or whatever. And I said, yeah, it kind of encourages me to do it. And on top of that, if they use any type of specific type of cleaning products or scrubbers or something, it inspires me to go out there and get it and, whatever. Because we're all looking for hacks. So, because we have so much that we're doing, like we're very busy people, right? And I said, I'm pretty sure your wife watches. He was like, no, she doesn't. And I was just like, so basically, nigga, you trying to say your wife not like clean? Is that what you're trying to say? Or she don't like watching clean videos? She don't like clean or whatever? What are you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? But it's little stuff like I was like, oh nigga, your ass. But anyways, I was just kind of tripping off of like, oh, he was rubbing right here, he was doing all that. I'm like, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's been a while since I hop on the pogo stick. I don't know. Maybe, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but I personally felt some sexual seduction. Like I literally kind of felt that. So y'all let me know, divine feminines, divine masculines. Y'all let me know. Did y'all feel that after the eclipse? Like just people being kind of like kind of towards you. Just but it's like it's very subliminal. It's almost like they're trying to give you little signals, and they're trying to gauge your reaction to see if you with it. Because even before he did that, he walked out for a minute. I'm laying on my back and I was thought to myself, and he was gone for a little bit. Who knows what was going on there? But anyway, the procedure was quick or whatever. I had a good time overall or whatever. And yeah, I went home. But when I got home, I was like, and I sat on my bed. I was like, was he flirting with me? What? And then there was two guys there, and then I got immediate downloads like from my ancestors, like, girl, what you do? Like, that's what I kind of got from my ancestors, like they wanted me to reevaluate what I just did, where I just went, and then I was like, oh, I see what y'all saying. Like, what if they were that type to put me in danger? What if they were people trying to judge over me? What if they would have tried some shit? Because honestly, they could have. I was in that office with two rather large men. They were both like 6 feet, past 6 feet tall. If and that guy walked out for a minute for like 15 minutes and then came back in. So honestly, if they was really on that type of stuff, they could have both came in there and had their fucking way. They could have had a fucking field day with me. I swear to God, they could have really did some shit and nobody wouldn't have known. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Well, I think that my ancestors, my spirit guides wanted me to think about that. Like you good though, because you protected, you good though. But yeah, that we had to watch you. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if they were on that type of time, they decided I wasn't that motherfucker. But yeah, I think they wanted me to kind of figure it out. Like we need you to recap what you just did, where you just went, and don't do that again, type shit. Like next time, whatever. But I was fine because I had my brass knuckles in my purse any goddamn way. So even if niggas would have tried it, I would at least had a fighting chance. I mean, they both two men's, but I would at least had a fighting chance somewhat. You know what I'm saying? I would at least I had something on me. But um, he complimented me on my necklace too. So yeah, I guess it was kind of weird. But yeah, when I really thought about it, I was like, was he flirting? Like, I said, why did it feel like it was like I was in a soft porn movie that didn't take, like nothing didn't happen the way that it was supposed to happen. The suggestions, the suggestiveness. It was like we call it sexual innuendo. It's like that sexual innuendo. It was kind of like, let me see if she with that. Let me see if she gonna try to, like, if I take off my shirt, let me see if she gonna try to touch my chest. I'm gonna mention my wife just so she can know that I'm married, but I'm also gonna do this to see where her moral compass is. Like that. Yeah, but anyways, it was interesting that type of energy I was getting. I was like, what is going on, y'all? It's been a while for me. I'm not really like much of a dater, and sometimes I be so clueless that I don't even know people are flirting with me until I actually sit down and think about it. Like, oh yeah, maybe it's the lithromanticness of it all that I have. Blame it on the lithromancy for sure, because sometimes I be so clueless. I be so neutral, and like I be so neutral, jovial, and detached with people that I don't even be realizing when they're flirting with me until I really sit down and think about, like, and even when I'm talking about not just him, but just guys in general, I don't realize that a guy is flirting with me until I really think about it, and I'm like, damn, and he was cute too. I could have asked for his number. I surely would have got it. He was giving me the signals, and I'm just like so tone deaf when it comes to, because when you keep to yourself for a long time and you don't date, it's almost like you don't really be knowing that people flirting with you. You just think that people are just being nice and conversational. Some people are just naturally flirtatious, but they don't necessarily want you, right? And I could be that way sometimes too. But um everybody have a different way of flirting, but it's like sometimes people are just naturally like that, right? So there was times where I would kind of like I would be so neutral and jovial and so like kind of detached, but I'm not like rude or anything like that. But I'm just kind of like I guess I'm too like how can I say it? I'm too neutral and kind of like maybe romantically clueless. I'm just kind of clueless, and I don't be realizing that a motherfucker be flirting with me until I really analyze it and recap my day, and I'd be like, wow, I could have really honestly this person was kind of flirtatious. I could have got that number. I could have got their socials, or if I didn't feel like getting out my number, I could have got their socials. You know, I could have flirted back a little bit more. I kind of like being regret, like, damn, I could have flirted back a little bit more. He probably thinks that I'm gay or something. He probably thinks like, oh, like what's up with her? Sorry, guys, I just don't be knowing the guys be flirting with me. I'm just really I guess I'm just like really clueless. It's been a while. I guess for women who actively date and stuff like that, and males who actively date, I feel like you guys will know if somebody's flirting with you, and you guys, you know, still can retain your game. You still have your little game. You got your ways about you. And I'm not saying I ain't got no game because I got game, but my game, you know, it's like I'm bench warming right now. I'm not in the game. My head ain't in the game. I still got game, but my head ain't in the game. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like my head ain't in the game. I'm kind of like bench warming, like watching everybody else, right? But my bad, guys. It's not that I don't find you attractive, and even if I did find you attractive, it doesn't mean that I want to get to know you. It doesn't mean that that you know what I'm saying. Like it just doesn't mean. But I did feel like it was like a little bit of a sensual type of thing going on there, and I guess my spiritual little gang wanted me to know like, yo, they was flirting with you, and yeah, if they were dangerous men, they would have tried something. Of course, we ain't gonna let it happen, but they could have done that. Like, you know, me going to a a clinic on a Sunday, and I'm the only woman there, and there's two guys. You know, like that's not the smartest thing to do. I would not suggest anybody else do it. Like me, I'm good. Like I can handle myself spiritually and physically, but obviously these are two guys. But you know what I mean? Like I would have at least had somewhat of a fighting chance, and I know that I am protected, so I'm good. Like when I go somewhere, I know that I'm overall. I know that I'm good, even if I'm purposely put myself in danger. 'Cause you know when you're protected, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you be kind of like spiritually kind of cocky. Like ain't nothing gonna happen. I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of daring like that, and I just naturally am like that, and I'll just purposely go to certain places, and I just know ain't nobody gonna say shit. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. It's just like a spiritual cockiness. But obviously, if you're watching this video and you're a young lady, you're a young dude, that you're petite, you're a small dude or feminine identified, you clearly don't want to put yourself in those type of positions. I wouldn't suggest anybody to do that. But you know, I'm just a daring motherfucker, and I don't be. Sometimes I don't really register until after I sit down and I think about like, damn, that was low key dangerous. Cool. Like I'm just weird like that. But anyway, but back to the microaggression shit. Like it's weird. I get microaggression from a lot of other black women in person. It's like it's weird because I don't feel like I have a sassy disposition or anything like that. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong being sassy, like, but I feel like especially when you are high vibrational, it's like even when you try to make conversation with people, you try to smile at people, they'll scowl at you back, or they'll fake smile with you back. um they have like a cutoff time. They have like a little cap on their, how can I say it, on their cordiality or on their niceness, because it's fake. Like I don't know, it's, you know, it's fake, and people out here are very fake. People out here are very fake, and they say what they don't mean. And I'm just more of like an intentional type of person or whatever. What's wrong with this light? Hmm. I'm more of like a intentional type of person or whatever. So I can't relate to a person like being phony or this and that, because I just say whatever, and I don't mind talking to other people. Some days I go out and I don't say nothing to nobody, and I'll have that energy. I'll have a closed off energy to where nobody will say shit to me, like shit. If that I set that intention before I even leave the house. I set that intention, like, but nobody better not say fucking shit to me unless they have to, unless they are charging up my stuff and I gotta pay them or whatever. I gotta say something, like sometimes I go out and I'd be like that. I'd be just rushing to get, you know. Y'all know how it is when I go to the marketplace, shopping centers. I want to be in and out. I'm not one of those women, and big ups to my women that could do this, but I'm not one of these women that could shop for hours and hours. I fucking hate it. And now I realize as I get older, I realize that it's because of the energy, because I feel everything. I feel everything. I'm absorbing everything around me. I'm feeling everything. And it's like it's just too much sometimes, too much input, too much, right? I'm absorbing everything like a sponge, and it's just like I cannot be in department store or grocery store for too long. I've usually planned out what I want to get, and then sometimes I may see some other things that I like, and I'll hurry up and I'll grab that too, and I'm out of the store in like 15, 20 minutes. I will literally walk into a store, and if I see the lines are long and I don't like the energy of the people, like I just happen, because when you're a divine being, when you walk into a place, everybody notices you, or whatever. And I'm like, why am I so noticeable, right? So you walk into a place, people notice you. So if I walk into an establishment and I don't like the energy of the place or the lines is long, I will walk right the fuck back out and be like, I'll just try another day. I'll just go to the store another day. Especially you live in a certain type of neighborhood or whatever. So me, I just learn how to adjust things, right? So I'll either go to a store or department store like 45 minutes before closing, an hour before closing. I do that on purpose because usually less people, the lines are shorter, and I already know exactly what I'm going to get. So I'm not going to take long. They never have to tell me, hey, we're closing. No, no. I know exactly what to get. But when I go to a shopping center, I be getting nauseous. I be getting a headache. I get fucking irritable. Like, let me get the fuck out of here, yo. And when I was younger and I used to go to the store with my aunties and stuff, it used to drain me so fucking bad. But it's like, I couldn't go sit in her car. You know how aunties go, like, you ain't gonna sit in my car, that kind of thing, that type of thing. But looking back, I always hated shopping for a long time. Everybody's like, you're a girl, you're supposed to go shop, you're supposed to love shopping, and other women they enjoy shopping very much. It's cool, it's therapeutic. Me, I just like online shopping a little bit better. Like when I go shopping for clothes, for anything, I just want to just get it and go. I do not like to spend too much time on the shopping. And then if there are rare occasions where I actually do spend more time than I usually spend, if I happen to do that, I have to like really prepare myself. I have to really prepare myself and have a lot of nerve and really like, okay, I'm ready to do this. Like, and then I will do that. But very more so than more so, I like to just be in and out like a motherfucking ninja. That. Okay, this section. Okay, boom, 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 boom. All right, I'm out. So because of that, I interact with people because most of the time I'm really happy. I'm jovial. I'm laid back. I'm chill. I don't walk around with a fucking attitude. You know what I'm saying? And of course, everybody had a bad days or whatever, but I just prefer not to do it. If I know I'm feeling some type of way, I will not leave the house. Like if I know that I'm feeling some type of way, like if somebody say something to me, I'm a da da da, right? Then I just won't leave my house. I just won't leave. I'm like, eh. Like usually, what the hell's going on here? I need to buy me a new ring light. I think because I'm wrapping this around, maybe I need to loosen the cords up. I just feel, yeah, I feel like if you have an attitude, stay home. That's my thing. If you have an attitude, stay home. Or like my auntie say, stay upon your house. If you have an attitude, just stay home. Nobody's telling you to go outside. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like leaving, I will order some Amazon groceries or I'll order some pizza. But I only reason why I left out here to get pizza because it was cheaper versus then going online and paying $50. You know what I'm saying? Going on pizzahut.com and paying $50, $40. Like, no. So I said, let me just go to Little Caesars. It's cheaper. But yeah, the microaggressions that Black women have against each other is so weird to me. And I think they do that because they can tell from my energy, from my perspective, I can only speak for me, but they can tell that I'm not like them. You know what I'm saying? Like they could tell that I move differently just by my energy and what I have on and things like that. Like just my energy alone. It's almost like even if I am being relatable to them, and it's a relatable conversation, they will still try to like you're not one of us. It's an energy thing. It's not like a race thing or anything like that. Honestly, it's more of an energy type of thing. But it does depend on the type of area that you're in, right? So it's a lot of that, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about that. Like it's weird because I know if I was a black dude, if I had a fucking dick, I know that I would have a much warmer or better reception with other black women. But because I am a black woman too, black women look at each other like each other's competition, and they even do this with little black girls too as well. They'll look at an infant black girl as fucking competition. It's really fucking weird. The microaggressions that black women have is really really weird. They complain about microaggressions that they get from non-black women and non-black people, but nobody wants to talk about how black women are microaggressive or passive aggressive with each other. Um, and I'm talking about in passing, in public places that we go to. It's always this like nasty little little snarkiness. When I'm genuinely being nice and I'm complimenting you or something like that, they just automatically like act like I'm bothering them. But if I don't compliment you, I'm a hater. I'm trying to come for you. This and that. Like people are just really like self-absorbed. They're just people are just weird, like weird as fuck. Hmm. Should have got some ice. But yeah, that's why I've been feeling posty clips, like microaggressions, and even just on the road, like how I told y'all when I first got on the road, everybody want to run into my damn car. Like, why? What makes my car so fucking sexy that you just have to bump into my car? You just want to bump. I just felt like that. Like people wanted, like even bicyclists, like they wanted me to hit them today. You already see me accelerating and picking up speed. Nobody else is behind me, mind you. Nobody else is behind me. So you could just make high pass. And then you can come from behind me and go choo 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 choo. But why you got to do all that in front of me and you already see that I'm accelerating, I'm already going. I'm already going my way. So why the fuck you gonna jump in front of me? You looking right at me. 'Cause I see them lady looking right at me. And I'm going like this. They just gonna jump in front of me like that. So if I was to hit your ass, guess what? If I would have hit this motherfucker, I would have kept going. Okay? I would have fucking kept going. If you jump in front of my shit and I hit you, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna be like, okay, they're alive. And I'm gonna keep going. That's what I'm gonna do. Like. So it was like a lot of people trying to jump in front of me or cut in front of me and stuff like that, whatever. Most of the stuff, I mean, this is Tuesday, so it's like people have this aggression and they try to mask it, they try to hide it and stuff. Just like the lady at the liquor store. Oh, I'ma come find you. Yeah, bitch, come find me. Come fucking find me. What the fuck is you gonna do? You mad? Like you already looking forward to a problem, and then it's the fact that you said it after I walked away, because I don't think you would have said it to my face, mommy. You waited until I walk away, and then when I said, is that a threat? Because I'm laughing because I think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that a threat, girl? She's like, so I'm just saying, yeah, you laughing because you sound stupid, bitch. You sound real dumb. Like, girl, you be all right. If I was a black dude, you wouldn't have said that shit to me, bitch. I know you wouldn't. And it took a nigga, it took a man, this is a Hispanic man. It took a man to convince you that the drink was a good drink for you to be like, oh, okay. So it's just like women are just really it's just weird to me. Like I be noticing little stuff and I'm just like, people are weird. I'm glad I'm a happy fucking person. I'm glad that I'm happy and nothing really bothers me like that. I notice little stuff that I'm like, whatever, like that's your problem. You want to be a miserable person, you want to walk around with a chip on your shoulder, you want to be a victim for the rest of your life. Knock yourself silly, bitch. But I choose to be happy. I choose to be happy. I choose to try to shed some light in the world. But it's that's just how it is. And then recently, I found out that I was a Blu-ray because of my I think it's Neptune sextile Pluto. So people that have that placement, Neptune sextile Pluto, um, are Blu-rays. We're known as spiritual warriors. So I kind of went down the rabbit hole, started watching videos and stuff, and a lot of the comments that and the content creators were saying things that were so relatable, and they were saying that you don't even have to do nothing and people don't like you and it's not just Blu-rays, but she was just talking about specific type of things. that you don't have to really say anything and people will just like, dislike you for no reason. People always look to find fault with you, and you can be incredibly nice, incredibly helpful, incredibly accommodating and everything. And they will still be like, because of the light that we carry inside of us for the blue rays. It's the light that we have, that even if we're being kind and understanding to people that don't know no better and choose not to do better, we're still kind, we're still gracious to them, but they're still like, it's still like okay, so it's whatever. I don't care about microaggressions, but I just wanted to point it out because a lot of people think that microaggression, when you hear the word microaggressions, it's usually from like a black versus white thing. Oh, white people are microaggressive towards black people, but black people are microaggressive too. I'm here to tell y'all that other black people are microaggressive too. I've had plenty of jobs where I had not even white people talking down to me. I had other black people talking down to me when I had certain jobs. When I used to be an usher at the Staples Center and Microsoft Theater, I used to have black people just purposely have an attitude with me and think that they're beneath me just because they bought a ticket to a basketball game, just because they came into Staples Center for some type of concert, that somehow they have a microaggression towards me. Oh, hurry up, or something. They just saying something nasty towards me. It was black people doing it because you got your check today, you got your little check today, and you going to go see a concert. Bitch, I can do the same thing too, but I don't do it. I could do the same thing whenever you like. Stop acting like what you're doing is so special and it's so exclusive, and da da da. Like fucking relax. But I noticed it was always black people that were being microaggressive towards me. It was barely even the white people, and I'm not saying that there isn't such thing as like a racial microaggressions that non-blacks had to blacks, but I think it's hypocritical for black people to think that it's just only a race thing, because it's not, because black people are very microaggressive towards each other and passive aggressive towards each other. Okay, especially black women. And there's black dudes who are microaggressive with me because they already see that I don't want to be bothered when I'm walking. I don't want to be bothered. I leave my personal feelings at home before I do. I treat everybody the same until they fuck with me, and I be like, see, that's why I don't fuck with y'all type shit. That's how I am, to be honest. I give everybody a chance. If I say I don't like motherfuckers with blue hair, and I see and I see motherfucker with blue hair, that don't mean I'm be like, I'm not gonna do that, because that's not, you know what I mean. That's not smart. It's not smart and it's not fair. But if you feel like you're entitled to my energy, my attention, my obedience, you feel like I'm supposed to give you attention because women that look like me, most women that look like me give you attention. You got me fucked up. I'm not going to. Maybe I don't want anybody talking to me, It don't have nothing to do with anything or what demographic you're from. Maybe I don't want motherfuckers talking to me that day, So I keep quiet. Sometimes when you go out and you want to be left alone, you just want to go to the store and get your little stuff and go about your business, fill up your gas tank. You just want to do, right? Some people will look at you and they'll already see your anointing. They see your light. They see it, and they just want to say something to you. They just want to either get a reaction. They just want you to say hi to them back. They want you to acknowledge them, because even acknowledging them, it's like an energy excuse me, like an energy exchange for them, right? So even when you go out, you know, just like when I used to go out to after hours and stuff, and I would wear, this is when I started wearing shades in the club, because too much bitches wanted to catch my eye, and they wanted me to notice that they were looking at, like they were gritting on me or looking or mad dogging me or whatever. They wanted me to see that they were giving me a look, like they wanted my eyes to meet theirs. So I started wearing my sunglasses, and I used to wear these shades that were black on the inside, but they were mirrors on the outside. So when you wear a mirror and somebody try to evil eye you, it'll reflect right back onto them. So I used to start to wear my little shades when I was going out, and that way I don't have to look at you, bitch. And then, there was so many times where I went out and I would just have bitches look at me just cause, just like I'm sitting here talking to somebody, I'm talking to whoever I came with, like, yeah, some, just talking, minding my own business, like, and I'll see somebody that's like right there. Like, and I'm just like, Okay, like what the fuck is your fucking problem? What did I do to you? All I'm doing is talking and existing. Or somebody could be talking to their friends, like we could be standing in line getting ready to walk into a club, and it'll be a group of girls that are talking to each other, and all of a sudden they'll turn back like this. It's like, bitch, like what the fuck is wrong with you hoes? It's like they can sense that you're a better woman than they are, especially other black women that do this shit to me. You could tell that I'm a better bitch than you. I'm a better woman and I'm a better bitch when it comes down to it. When it all boils down to it, right? I'm a better woman and I'm the better bitch. Like, let's just be honest here. But it's not like I'm walking around, like I'm regular, I'm chill, I'm laid back. It's the fucking energy. The people that are microaggressive towards you, even on social media, people could be like that towards you too. And of course, I dealt with that on socials where black women were like passive aggressive, and even black dudes was passive aggressive because they know I wouldn't give them the time of day. Okay, fine, go find another bitch that'll give you the time of day. Why do I need to be specifically need to give you attention or acknowledgement? You can get it everywhere else, anywhere else, in excess, whenever you want to, at your full disposal as a black male. So why the fuck you worried about me? Well, what makes my attention so fucking special? I don't get it. What makes my acknowledgement so sexy? I don't get it. But I'm realizing it's an energy thing. It's an energy thing. Straight up and down. The guys will be passive aggressive or microaggressive with me because they already get a sense that I'm not the type of woman that'll put up with their shit. And I'm not interested in talking to nobody. I'm not thirsty. I'm not desperate. I'm not chasing you. I'm not coddling you. I'm not doing any of those things. I'm incredibly respectful. I'm jovial. I'm detached. And I'm moving in like a ninja. And it's like you got a problem with that shit. So guys be doing that shit too. But women's, especially black women's, I get this microaggression shit from them a lot because they can already sense, bitch, I'm nothing like you. And I'm glad that I'm nothing like you. They get that sense. And then there's some women that are kind of like me, right? And they'll feel my energy out and I'll feel their energy out. And they will just get to talking and talking. Regardless of race, we'll get to talking and talking and we be cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's everybody. I'm not saying it's all black women do this. It's certain ones. It's certain ones that be doing that shit. Most of the time, it's like um I'll run into a certain sister and I could just tell from her energy she dope as hell. And then she tell from my energy and we both kind of like looking like, I wonder if she cool if I compliment her. I think she'll receive me well or this and this or whatever. It's like a silent war. Um, and then next thing you know, we'll give each other that open energy and then we'll just start talking. Da 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 da. We'll just start talking and I could tell that they're genuine. And I'll say, I'll get them some type of like they'll ask me something out of nowhere. I'll get them some type of advice, or they'll give me something, some type of idea or some type of suggestion, whatever that we were talking about, and it would leave like a positive impression on me. So that happens too. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel sorry for people that walk around with a chip on their shoulder and just being rude, just being nasty, or being nice to people. I just think it's just weird. You know what I mean? If you don't mean it, don't say it. That's just how I am. That's the era that I came up in. I guess things are different now. What else I was gonna say? Um, Sidewalk wars. That's another thing of like microaggression. Some people will purposely try to walk in your direction. They can have all the fucking room on the sidewalk, but they will try to low key walk into your direction to try to challenge you. Like motherfuckers will do that, and they'll see if you're gonna move out their way. I remember one time I was pushing a stroller, and there was this other bitch that was pushing the stroller, a Mexican bitch. She was pushing her stroller. Much love to my Mexicans. I grew up around y'all, da da da. But this motherfucker was ignorant, okay? I call out everybody. I don't give a fuck what your race is. If you gay, straight, da da da. I don't give a fuck. Everybody get called out. I'm an equal opportunity dragger. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it fucked up. But anywho, um, this motherfucking bitch right here, she see me. Okay, all you. I'm walking on the sidewalk. I'm pushing my baby. You pushing your stroller, obviously. You pushing your motherfucking stroller, bitch. I'm pushing my motherfucking stroller, obviously. We pushing our shit, and instead of her going this way, all of a sudden she wanted to lean into my way and just go right in front of me, and it was like she was trying to challenge me with the strollers. So, bitch, you obviously want our strollers to just, I don't know. So I kept walking, and she act like Like she up on her phone or something. She act like, da. And I'm like, I know this bitch see me walking here. I know she don't think I'm gonna fucking move, right? I said, this bitch got the fucking nerve. You could just easily just turn your fucking stroller around, bitch. I mean, turn your stroller to the side and just go. Like, there's enough room on the sidewalk for both of us. And so once I saw that she wasn't going to stop, I stopped my stroller right in front of her, and I was like, and then I took out my phone. And I started going like, yeah, and then she was like, and then she left. So if your stroller would have touched mine, you willing to put your kid at risk for that shit, bitch? Once she got close enough, not head to head, but once she got close enough, I just stopped. Like, I want your stroller to hit my daughter's stroller, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up. And then I'm gonna be the crazy black bitch. And you're gonna use that against me. Because everybody likes to weaponize their privilege. People in this country will deny their privileges to the death of them. They'll deny their privileges, but when they get vexed with you or when they want to start shit with you, they will weaponize the privilege, the invisible privilege that they don't have. They'll weaponize that shit against you when they're good and ready to. I don't give a fuck what kind of privilege. It could be a slight privilege, a very I don't care what type of privilege it is. People will weaponize their privileges against people just cause, and then they wonder why people who are less privileged than them don't like them or don't give a fuck about them. You're responsible for that. Some things you can't control, right? Hey, but people weaponize their privilege. They'll deny that they have privilege, but they somehow, when they vex with you or they want to use it against you, they'll find it. Oh, and they'll use it too. Okay. I stopped my stroller. I said, if this bitch run into my fucking stroller, I'm just gonna have it out with her on the street. And yeah, her baby father was with her, and I don't give a fuck. I will beat your bitch ass right the fuck in front of you. I sure the fuck will. And I will push my motherfucking stroller like nothing didn't happen. Because we all know that's gonna happen. Because you can't whoop my ass, bitch. Like this little bitch, bitch, you can't whoop my ass. I know that. I don't walk around there, I could beat everybody's ass, but girl, you didn't want none. I stopped my stroller right the fuck there. And I said, if this bitch knock my baby, put your stroller, like, you willing to do that? You willing to put your child at risk? I guess because you feel like you can always get pregnant again and again. I guess, girl. Whatever. I'm just talking about the people in this area. Well, like, it is what it is, right? But, I was just like, girl. And then another time, because some non-black people do try to challenge you when you are a black woman too. That's why it's so disappointing when black women have microaggressions towards you, because we already deal with it enough on the outside. Why do we do it to each other type shit? There was this one time, I'll give out one more story if I leave. This one time, it ain't even much of a story, but it's like 2000, it's like 10 years ago. I didn't have my car, obviously, and I was working at the call center, and I was staying with my sister. I had this like small little den room with a bed. I had a very, very tiny room. It was like a den, and I stayed in that room. Whatever. I was living in Long Beach at the time on the west side. This is off of like 7th and Main for those who know the Long Beach area. So I was living off of 7th and Main. So yeah. I forgot what the address was, but it's off of 7th and Main. But I was walking through, before you get to 7th and Main, you got to walk to 7th and Magnolia, or whatever. So I would catch the train from downtown, and I had worked at a call center in downtown LA. And then obviously I catch a train back to downtown Long Beach. Excuse me. And I would walk from downtown, which would be like 4th Street. I would get off at 4th Street. Is it 4th? No, I'm sorry. I forgot. I ain't been on the train in a while. Wait. Okay, is it Anaheim? The stop after Anaheim. I think the stop after Anaheim is 5th Street. Okay, sorry. So I stop at the 5th Street because we have Anaheim, then we have 5th Street. That's when you're downtown. Then you have Broadway Station, and then you have the Transit Mall, which is right in the heart of downtown Long Beach. So I get off on 5th Street, and I will walk on 5th Street all the way up to Magnolia. Then from Magnolia, I would turn right, walk up to Magnolia until I get to 7th Street. When I get to 7th Street when I get to 7th Street, yeah, from 5th Magnolia, then I turn on Magnolia and I go from Magnolia to 7th Street. When I get to Magnolia and 7th Street, I go this way on 7th Street, and I walk up to the apartments, which was right by the freeway entrance. There's an entrance freeway. I believe it's the what the freeway is that? It's a 710. It's a 710 going towards LA. So I'll walk right there, and my sister's apartment was right here where I was staying at. So why the fuck? Okay, so I get off late at night. I'm walking by myself. Okay, this is before my uncle got out. I'm walking by myself, right? And so this was around like a little bit after 12. So it was late at night. So I'm booking. I'm walking, just trying to get to where I'm going. I stop at the liquor store. You know, I always get my little drink, my little scratchers, whatever. Keep going. So why the fuck? Again, like I said, microaggressions from towards black women from non-black people. Yes, it does happen. So I'm gonna show you an example. So two Euro Latina girls. Okay, Euro Mestiza Latina girls. Okay, one was a tall, big bitch that looked like fucking Andre the Giant. I'm being facetious. But one was taller than me and she was fat. The other one was scrawny. Okay. So nigga, I'm walking. I just went to Seventh and Magnolia, right? So I'm walking on 7th Street. I'm almost home. Almost to the place, right? So I'm walking, and the two girls, they was coming this way, I'm going this way, right? Sidewalk wars. Do you know what this bitch did? Now, first, they were gonna continue walking because the sidewalk is big enough for me to go this way, and the sidewalk is big enough for y'all two bitches to go that way, right? Mm-hmm. You know, let me tell you what she did. When she saw that I was a black woman and I was walking by myself, and she thought, oh, I got my homegirl, this black bitch ain't finna do shit. Yeah. Let me tell you what she did when they noticed that I was by myself and I was a black bitch and I was by myself. And do you know, instead of them, because now the other girl was going to walk, they were going to walk this way. But when they saw that it was me, that I was a black and I was a woman, I was by myself, she grabs her friend and go like this. Come on, let's walk in front of this bitch. So they were going to go this. The smaller girl was going to go like this, right? She was going to go that way. But no. Yeah, the big girl was here and the small girl was right here. When I was walking up, they could have just went their way and I went my way. But the smaller girl was about to do that. But the big girl went like this. She went like this. And then said, she kind of like with a gesture, like, nah, don't move. Like, go like this. We gonna walk in front of this bitch. So they went from one side of the sidewalk to go like this diagonally and then started coming this way. I'm seeing them do this from a distance. Okay. You didn't even have to do all that. But they say, oh, look at this nigger bitch. She by herself, da 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 da. So let's just walk in front of her. Let's just walk like in her direction. So they walking in my direction. So I keep walking how I'm walking. I'm just like, I know they are not trying to like walk into me or whatever, right? I'm just thinking like, really? Because I saw what she did. They could have just went this way or, you know what I mean? But the bigger girl yanked on the girl's arm and was like, no, we gonna walk in front of her. That's what we about to do right now. Okay. Mind you, I'm by myself, right? So they start to walk. So then when the whole time I'm walking like this, yo. So the whole time I'm walking, right? I already see what they about to do. So I'm thinking like, I'm going like this. I have my hands like this. I'm walking, I'm like, and I have my hands like that, right? And I said to myself, I'm like, I'm not finna fucking move because they really trying to challenge me right now. I said, I'm not finna fucking move. I'm going to keep on. Nothing's going to break my stride. I'm going to keep on walking in the direction that I intended because I wasn't trying to walk into nobody. I stayed on my side of the motherfucking sidewalk, and these two bitches want to challenge me because they feel like they hard. They feel like, you know, they got one up on me because they got each other. So the whole time I'm walking up, I'm already preparing myself like, if I get jumped, oh the fuck well, bitch. Oh well. That's what I kept saying to myself, like, if I get jumped, it is what it is. But I'm gonna hit the big bitch first. I ain't worried about the scrawny bitch because she can't really do nothing. She ain't gonna be able to really move me. I'm worried about the big bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit the big bitch. I'm gonna get the big bitch first. I don't care about the skinny girl. Your little hits ain't gonna hit me. You could yank on my hair, girl. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'm gonna get the big one, right? So the whole time I'm walking, I'm balling up my motherfucking fist, and I'm just like, Girl, as soon as they got close, I was like this. As soon as they got close, I was like, with my hand, because I had my hands balled up. Like, I'm just walking regular. Like, as soon as they got close, do you know they split like the fucking Red Sea? They split like fucking Moses. As soon as they got close to me, because I was like, as soon as they get close, as soon as they get right here, I'm finna punch the big bitch. Because she was taller than me, but bitch, you ain't that fucking tall. Okay? You weren't that fucking tall. Okay? So as soon as they got close to me, I'm like, all right, Cassie, it's about to go down. You might get jumped, but just give it your all. You almost home or whatever. Just give it your all. And then once you get in the house, you can tell your sister, and then y'all can both go out there and see what's up with these girls. So anyway, like I said, as soon as they got like a few feet from me and they saw that I wasn't trying to move, because I started walking like a nigga. I'm like, bitch. And I had my motherfucking hands balled up. Like, I'm already moving my arms around. Like, the closer they get, the more I'm like kind of like low key, like loosening up my arms, moving around like that. So as soon as they came towards me, they just made a split decision to just split like this. Now they could have went behind me and grabbed me from the back, and they could have, but they didn't. You know why? I had my ancestors walking with me. You feel me? I had my ancestors walking with me that night. And when they got close enough and they saw what was up, they saw that I wasn't moving out one bit, because they were trying to test my gangster. Once they saw that I thought they were going to try to hit me. Once they saw that I wasn't going for that, they split like the fucking Red Sea. The big bitch went here, little bitch went there, and then they walked past. And after that, I just walked, and then after that, I said, I thought I was about to get jumped. And it is what it is. I was literally willing to get jumped for my respect. I didn't care. Like, I was willing, again, I don't suggest anybody do that, but I was willing to do it. I was willing to be like, oh well, if I get jumped, because I'm not finna move out the way for you bitches. Because I've already was walking in the direction I was walking, and the sidewalk is big enough for the both of us. You wanted to bring your friend and come and walk diagonally to my side, and then start coming towards me like this, and figure that because it's two of y'all that I was gonna let y'all get away with it. Fuck no. If you had to jump me, then just go ahead and jump me, because bitch, we gonna fight. But it never ended up happening. I'm glad that I didn't have to fight or anything like that. Like I said, as soon as they got close enough, and I thought that we was about to, thump or whatever, they just like split like the Red Sea, and they kept walking. And then when I turned around, then they ended up joining back, and they kept walking. And then I was just like, could finally like get my energy down, because my adrenaline was up like really, really much, like really high. My adrenaline was up, so I had to stand there for a minute, and I just watched them kept walking, and then I just turned around. I was just like, okay, let me calm down, let me bring it down a little bit, you know. And then I just started walking regular, and I finally loosened up my hands, and I was like, all right, cool. It's crazy that people will do stuff like that, and you're not even trying to bother nobody or nothing. But when she saw, hey, bitch, I'm willing to get jumped. All I know is I'm gonna get your big ass. I'm gonna get you first. The other bitch gonna run once she see how I'm whooping your ass, bitch. The other little bitch gonna run for help. Y'all didn't have to do all that. But they do have microaggressions towards black women, especially out there in LA and Long Beach, because they're already intimidated by you because you're a black woman, and they got beat up from some hood rat bitch, so they think all black women are a certain way, right? But when they come across a black woman, they already know that a black woman. When they come across a black woman that doesn't fit the stereotypes of the black woman they don't like, they'll try to challenge them even more. They come across like an alternative black girl or black skater girl, they're gonna think, oh, she's a punk. I can say whatever I want to her. Da da da. Like, don't get it fucked up, because all black girls will beat your ass too. We just not on that ignorant shit like everybody else. But we will dump on your ass too. Like, don't don't get it fucked up. But yeah, that shit was crazy though. That was 10 years ago. Oh my god, that I had so much fucking adrenaline in me, y'all, because I was really preparing myself to get jumped. Like, I was prepared for it. They could have had a knife and anything, but I was fucking fearless. Like, bitch, I don't fucking grief, and I'm not afraid of nobody, bitch. Nobody. I don't give a fuck. Win, lose, or draw. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm gonna still get in there. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many people you beat up before me. I don't give a fuck. I'm a always defend myself for my respect. Always. I don't give a fuck, you know? And that's how you gotta be. And that's just how it is out here. Especially out here in LA, Long Beach, Compton, you know what I'm saying? Watts. You feel me? Especially out here, people will try to challenge you in the slightest fucking ways. And when you show them, bitch, I'm not the fucking one, they usually back off because they just want to test you. Especially black people do this too. They just want to test you to see how far you will go. People will judge you just like how I got glasses. People will judge me. Oh, she probably a nerdy ass bitch. Yeah, I am, and I'm a nerd that'll whoop your ass. Okay, this. I mean, come on now. Don't think because somebody wear glasses or they watch anime or a person that's like a skater or goth. Don't be thinking that you can just walk up on anybody how you want or talk to people how you want because you get checked. I never judge people off of appearance or anything because I've studied energy really well and I could look at somebody's energy. I could tell they not with that bullshit. You know, I could tell. I could size someone up just like how you sizing me up. I could size you up and I know if you a punk ass bitch. I know if you are this and that. But even if I know that, I'm not going to exploit it. You know what I'm saying? But people, if they can exploit you, they will. Even if they claim to be a nice person, a good person, if you if you are a doormat, they will step all over you. Even the weakest bitch, even the weakest bitch and the weakest nigga in the world, if you put yourself, if you like, how can I say it? Even the like the weakest bitch or the weakest nigga, if you allow them to get over on you, even they will do it. Because everybody wants to feel like they get dominated over somebody, you know? I don't feel the need to do that. My thing is, I'm an Aquarius moon. So I feel like for Aquarius moons, I feel like for us, it's like, and Aquarius suns also, um, we're like a don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Like, don't let the goofiness fool you. Don't let the funniness, the comedian shit. Don't let that shit fucking fool you, okay? Because we will hurt your fucking feelings, and we will hurt you, okay? Just don't do it. Don't think that shit is sweet, okay? Um, you know what I'm saying? Because when a nigga stop laughing and stop being funny, the moment I stop laughing, nobody's going to ever laugh. Nobody's going to be smiling. You're gonna hear a needle drop. So like, be careful. Don't overestimate people. Excuse me. Don't overestimate people and don't underestimate people. Okay. And I'm talking about this offline and online. Don't feel like you can come at somebody because they come from a certain demographic or they, because of their appearance or what you feel that they have or don't have or how they carry them. Don't think that you can just punk somebody just because you will really get yourself fucked up out here. Physically, spiritually, mentally, socially, you will get fucked up trying to be a bully to somebody. Granted, some people will let you get away with it. And then there's motherfuckers like me. Some people let you get away with it. Some people let you have your moment because, and I'm not judging those people because you do have to pick and choose your battles. Not everything is worth a fucking reaction. Everybody's walking around with a chip on their shoulder. Not everything's worth their reaction. Usually, when people do that to me, I ignore them. I show them like a quiet aggression, like, and then afterwards I'll be like, you're gonna run into the wrong person. You're gonna run into somebody that don't have any control like I do. You're gonna run into somebody that's worse than you and you're gonna get fucked up anyway. And that's just how I look at the situation. You're gonna run across somebody that's just as ignorant, if not more ignorant than you, and they gonna do you in. you know I don't have to worry about that because I always treat people with respect. Even with other women, I compliment other women because certain women of certain phenotypes claim that women of my phenotype are haters with this and that. But when I compliment you, you give me a nasty attitude, a nasty look, and you brush me off. But if I don't compliment you, if I don't say nothing to you, I'm a hater, I'm this and that, I'm coming for you, and this is that. But you already had a microaggression towards me. So when I follow up with it and I flash on you, now I'm the crazy black bitch. I'm jealous of you because you look like this and that. It ain't got nothing to do with it. It's because of energy. The microaggressions come from energy. That's it. 3333. That's what it comes from. Because they can look at you and they can tell you're nothing like them. that you stand for something. You actually have integrity. You actually have a spirit. You actually have a personality that has nothing to do with how you look and what you got. You actually have a fucking substance and a personality. You actually have quality about yourself that they don't fucking have. And they can feel it off of you. They can feel that you're the better person. And I'm pretty sure men go through this all the time too, because men do this a lot. They size each other up. They like to play just to see how far you'll go, what you'll take. Just men go through this too. Men go through this too. I see that with men also. And it's always important, especially if you're in the hood, it's always important to nip it in the bud right then and there. I don't give a fuck if they say, oh man, you being aggressive, you being sensitive, damn, like, yeah, you doing too much. No, I don't give a fuck. The moment somebody try you, even if they try you a little bit, don't fucking let them get away with it. They can call you crazy. They can say you're aggressive. They can say you're doing too much or it wasn't even like that. No, they're just mad because they couldn't get away with it. They were trying you. A lot of people like to try you. And when you don't let them get away with nothing, then they tell everybody else that you this and you that. But that's only because I don't fucking let you get away with shit. It don't always have to be a fight. It don't always have to be an argument, because you do have to pick and choose your battles. But mainly what people do when they feel like, when they're intimidated by your energy, they feel the need to try to challenge you in subtle ways. They just feel the need to do that. And when they see that you're not that motherfucker and you turn it up on them, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you reverse the shit on them, then it's like, oh, they'll either try to be nice to you afterwards, and they're only fake nice to you because they can't fuck with you, and they're going to try to find a way to get close to you so they can eventually try to do it again, muster up the courage and the nerve and the audacity to do it again. They'll either do that, fake kiss your ass, all that shit. You be like, yeah, all right, yeah. They either do that, or they'll try to demonize you and try to say that you attacked them for no reason, you cussed them for no reason, even though they know in their heart that they were trying to fuck with you first. So it happens a lot. So anyways, I've been on here long enough, and so I'll go ahead and post this video when... Maybe I'll post it tomorrow, since this video is about communication. Okay, because we're talking about microaggression, but we're also talking about... I also covered like nonverbal communication, body language in my stories and stuff. So since those are all forms of communication, and I'm talking about my interactions with people, I'm gonna post this video up on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm gonna post this up on Wednesday. But yeah, when you are a divine being, your energy will bother people. It'll either inspire people or it'll irritate people. And it's not like you're purposely trying to do it. You could just simply just be yourself, and motherfuckers will be bothered. You actually stand for something. They live a fucking lie. They live and die by a lie, and you live for the truth. And they could just like you simply because of that, because you're the better man. You're the better woman. You're just a better person, and they can feel it. They know that they can do better, especially when you speak up on things and you get certain looks from people when you speak up on things. You know why they're looking at you like that? Is because whatever that you're saying, it's triggering them, because they know that it's the truth. They know that they can be better, but they choose not to be better. They thrive off of moral ambiguity. They thrive off of corruption, distortion. So when you shatter those things with the truth that you speak and the sensibility and integrity that you have, when you shatter them with that, of course they are going to try to push back on you or try to create an awkward moment because they don't have anything to contribute to the conversation. Of course they're going to be microaggressive with you, passive aggressive with you, or just full out, just blatantly ignorant towards you. They'll do these things because it bothers them. What you stand for bothers people, because they don't stand for anything. They just go with the flow, what everybody else is doing. They follow the status quo. You don't, so it is what it is, and this happens offline. This happens online. I get the same microaggressions from Black women online too. And they think that I don't see it. I see it. I just don't give a fuck. Because if you're in front of me, you wouldn't say shit. Just like when I'm telling y'all these stories, notice nobody's really being like blatantly aggressive to my face. It's very subtle. It's subtle. It's microaggressive. It's subtle. But they're not being blatantly ignorant of my face, because they know they don't really want to do that. They just act like they do, just to see how you're going to react to it. And once they see that you're with it and more, you're with all that shit and more, and they like, okay, let me be nice to her now. Oh, let me be nice to him now. No, no, don't. Keep that same energy. I want to see how far it's gonna go. Because I want to see how far I'm gonna go. You know, like, hate to sound that way, but I don't care. I really don't fucking care. I don't be caring sometimes. That's why, like I said, if you feel a certain type of way, stay home. That's why I stay home. You know, I get what I need to get. If it's really that I need to come out, like today I had to come out. Okay, yeah. Well, everybody was trying to run towards my car. This is now like everybody wants my attention, my acknowledgement, my reaction, my energy. Everybody wants it. The moment I left my house, motherfuckers was trying to hit my car. And as soon as I was about to pull it back into my house, motherfuckers trying to hit my car. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But hey, that's the energy. It was very Marsy today. I didn't even get the type of weed that I wanted to get. The usual spot that I go get my weed. They remember how they used to give me a big ass bag of exotic shake? Because you know, that's crazy. I didn't smoke for 420. I didn't have my check yet. So I didn't even smoke for 420. Somehow I knew earlier this month that I wasn't even going to have. Just the irony of 420. I smoke any other time, but when 420 come, all of a sudden I don't have no weed left. I'm not smoking. But the usual place I go to, y'all know I get that big ass bag like this, full of exotic shake for $20. They give me a big ass bag, right? I went today. I shouldn't have went on a Tuesday, but I went today and they didn't have any exotic shakes. So I had to go next door to the next spot because they have two spots next to each other, two different businesses. So I go there. They had exotic shake, but then they're a little bit more expensive. They don't give you a big bag. So they just give me this Lee bag right here. Let's say King. I don't know what this is. King Love or King Louis. I think it's King Louis. So this is a specialty exotic shake, I guess, whatever. So I'm getting that King Louis or something, King Love. This right here is 3 grams for 15. So this is all I got for 15. But if I was to pay $5 more, if I'd have paid $20 and I'd have went next door, if they had exotic shake, I'd have had a big fucking bag. But I only just get this one right here. So I'll wait until they get exotic shake. Because they know I'm an exotic shake girl. They know me. Every time I come in there, I always get exotic shake. I don't get the regular weed, like the nuggets and stuff. I don't get that. Yeah, I have a grinder and all that stuff. I like shake because I'm able to make my weed stretch more when I use shake versus using regular weed and grinding it down and stuff like that, doing all that. I prefer shake. That's just me. I'm a shakes type of girl. I know other people prefer nugs, but I like shakes. And I like some pre-rolls too. I like pre-rolls. I like shakes. I'm a shakes kind of girl. You know, if I'm feeling fancy, I'll get a big thing of shakes and then I might get me like a specialty weed, like an exclusive type of weed, like Zaza or something like that. I love me some Zaza. I just don't like being too high, but Zaza is bomb. Sometimes I get like a strong weed and I get a regular exotic shake and I'll mix it with a little Zaza and put this one in there to stretch it out. Like, I don't know. I'm able to save on weed when I get shakes, you know. It's better. It's easier to ration out. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy my stories and my little side rants. Just know that for me, I treat everybody the same. So it's whatever. Like, I think that in America, we all have our biases. Even though we all have our own prejudices, we all have our ways. But I think it's just something that I think that we all have that. But for some people, it affects their behavior a little bit more than others. But I think that if we're more honest with each other about how we feel about each other, then things will be better. You know what I'm saying? You can feel one way about somebody, and then the next day, you don't even feel that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some days you're like, oh, I can't stand motherfuckers today, or these motherfuckers, and this is that. And then the next day you're like, you know what I mean? So we all have our days, and we all have our ways, right? So yeah. So yeah, y'all. I'm finna roll up, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. All right. So this video is gonna be premiering on tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and post a video tomorrow because since we were talking about communication, the different types of communication. Okay, microaggression is communication. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it for Wednesday. All right, because communication is key. Just like back in the day, we all used to laugh at each other. We weren't, super sensitive like how people are today. I am glad that people are, younger people are calling things out, reevaluating things, say, hey, that's toxic. Nothing wrong with that. But I do feel like some of them take it overboard, and they forget that simplicity also matters, and emotional intelligence also matters too. But I'm glad that when they call out shit, I am glad for when they do that. But I do feel like some people are a little, I think they do it in excess, and then they're very selective for certain causes. Everybody's kind of full of shit. Everybody has their plights, but they're full of shit. They don't give a fuck about anybody else's plight but their own plight. But they expect for other people to care about their plights. You know, especially when it comes to privilege, perceived privilege. Everybody cares about their own plight and their own story. They don't give a fuck about others. So you can't expect for people to care about your plight when you don't give a fuck about others. There's a Key and Peele skit about that. It had a gay dude, which was Key, a white girl who was it was a gay dude who was fighting for the gay community. It was a white girl who was fighting for women's rights, and then there was another guy. I forgot what his demographic was or what community he was fighting for. But basically, if you look at that skit, it shows you how full of shit and how intellectually dishonest that a lot of these demographic focused groups really are. They don't give a fuck about other people's plights. And if you watch the skit, you will see how everything that the person, I think there was it was some type of employee thing, and the guy, oh yeah, okay, one was a gay dude, one was a white woman who was fighting for women's rights, and the other dude was a black dude. So they're tackling gender, sexuality, gender sexuality. So these are focus groups, right? So anytime I don't know who she was, but she was talking to all three of them. It was like some kind of counseling thing. Anytime she said something to the gay dude, what you trying to say? You trying to say that because I'm gay? This and it? Oh, see, you wouldn't have said that if I was straight. See, you're doing this because I'm gay. Like they kind of like, And then when she says something to the white girl, oh, it's because I'm a woman. That's why you're saying this, because I'm a woman. See, this is what I'm talking about. Patriarchy, right? Then the other dude, oh, you saying that because I'm black? Oh, because the black people see affirmative action. See, so everybody is doing that. But then towards the end of the skit, they made anti-Asian remarks. And they were like, yeah, something ching chong. They were saying some kind of weird shit at the end. And I was just like, so the skit basically show you that everybody has their own plights. We have the black plight, the gay plight, the woman plight, right? But although they have valid points about how they're being treated, they don't give a fuck about how they treat other people and other communities. These are all three marginalized communities: women's, gays, blacks, right? And we have women and blacks in the gay community too. So you have women, gays, black. All of them have their plights. All of them have their valid points. All of them have their experiences, but and feel like nobody don't care about their plight. But then when it comes to another group of people, they don't give a fuck about that other group of people. If you're an activist, you care about all people, not just your specific demographic, but you care about everybody else. You ain't gonna just fight just for you're gonna fight for your rights primarily, which is understandable, but you also gonna make sure that you fight for other people's rights, because we all human. The problem with people is they act like their plight is more important than the other person's. They'll deny other people's like, yeah, whatever, shut up, But when it comes to you, want everybody to care about you. That's not how it works. So it just shows how hypocritical and full of shit that a lot of people are in these little groups. Me, I choose to listen to other groups and just see what they have to say about each other. And I can point out the flaws from both sides. Like, bitch, you got a point, but you full of shit too. You full of shit. You don't recognize your privilege. Bitch, you full of shit. You don't recognize your privilege. You weaponize, you know what I'm saying? Like, you weaponize your privilege, you weaponize your oppression. We're all weaponized. Whatever privileges that we have, even you can have privilege being an oppressed person. And you can be oppressed having privilege, because people can have privilege envy towards you. So it goes both ways. The pendulum swings both ways. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Did that make sense? A person could have a privilege and deny their privilege, but then they know exactly when to use it. They know exactly when to rub it in the other person's face. And then they wonder why there's a disconnect between the privilege and the not privilege. And then a person can be privileged, but they're not necessarily a bad person. They know that they're privileged, and they try to help people, and then people bite their hand. I don't want your fucking help, you motherfucker. Da 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 da. And then that person might be like, well, fuck you too, shit. So it all happens. Some people, because they know that they're oppressed, they can get away with it. They can get away with the sympathy. They'll weaponize their oppression. Oh, you're doing this to me because I'm this, because I'm that. I can weaponize my oppression because I'm an oppressed woman. So I can, let's just say, for example, I'm an oppressed woman. I'm this, I'm that, whatever, this demographic, that demographic. I'm oppressed. And because I'm oppressed, I can say whatever I want about people that have more privilege than me just because I'm oppressed. And whenever they try to call me out for their shit, oh, you're this ist, you're that, you got this ism, and you're this ist, and all that. That's also not fair either. So people can weaponize their oppression and they can weaponize their privilege. Perceived privilege, perceived oppression, they can weaponize it. Everybody is full of shit. That's the conclusion I come with. If you don't care about other people's plights and experiences, don't expect for them to care about yours. If you can't see it, you don't have to feel what they're feeling. But if you can't even understand where another person is coming from, why the fuck should they honor what you're saying or listen to what you got to say when you got your ears plugged la 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 when it comes to other people's experiences? Because it doesn't go well with your narrative. That's why. So if you're truly really about making things better for everyone, then you would defend everybody's right. You're going to defend women's rights, Black rights, gay rights, disabled rights, sex worker rights, immigrant rights. You're going to be for all people. You're going to prioritize yours, but you're going to be there for all people because that's the only way everything's going to be good for everybody. That's just my opinion. Anyways, I've been on here too damn long, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I guess I'll call this honest obs, microaggressions or something like that. All right. But anyways, guys, I'm up out of here. All right. Goddess love you. Goddess love me. Bye.